What's up guys, Scotty Snipe here. Today I'm going to show you my current PvP setup. I'm going to start out with what I'm wearing right now. As of right now, in Shadows of the HIST, or HIST Shadows, whatever the fuck the new DLC is, I'm wearing 5-piece Widowmaker, 5-piece Viper, all my jewelry is Viper. I have the weapon damage enchants on each jewelry piece. Most of my armory is well fitted. I do have 2 infused pieces. I do need to get rid of the infused belt that I have. As far as weapons go, I'm using Maelstrom Greatsword with infused on it. And right now, I mean, I would rather have sharpened, but that's what I'm stuck with right now. So I also have the Marksman's Bow. What I would like to get instead of that right now is either the Vet DSA or the Vet Maelstrom Bow to put in place of that. But with this current setup, I have poison on my back bar instead of the enchant. I have the Drain Stamina Poison. Drain stamina from your target, increasing the cost of their stamina abilities by 60% and restores 238 stamina per second to you for 5.5 seconds with a 10-second cooldown, and that has a 20% chance to proc. So with that being said, let me explain how I go about that real fast. Usually I would just buff up really quick. Before encountering a fight, I'll do weaves with my light attack and my poison injection, and I put siphoning attacks on right now, but I switch between that and relentless focus on my bar. Relentless focus is nice to have on the back bar with the bow, because then I can do 4 light attacks, get the ethereal bow from that, and then do a lot of damage output all at once. When my poison procs from my bow, it actually sets off the Widowmaker, which is doing another 10.4k damage, split that in half in PvP, as well as proccing the Viper, which is another big burst of damage, and when you hit it on someone, I mean, it does a pretty nice amount of damage. I'll probably be linking one of my most recent videos in the description here, as well as I can see if I have any clips that I can put towards the end of this to show the poison actually proccing. But when the poison procs, it does a very big amount of damage with the Widowmaker and the Viper. Let's see here. Other than that, yeah, you can get the Widowmaker from the Cradle of Shadows dungeon, and the Viper, that's from that's from Sanctum Ophidia. I'm sorry, Sanctum Ophidia, the raid that's been out for quite some time now. Let's get into my stats right now. My stats. These are my stats on buff. My weapon damage isn't high at all. It's actually complete garbage. My max stamina is complete garbage, but it works out pretty well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. My stam recovery will go higher, as you'll see here in a second. Those are my stats on buffed up. This is the damage output that I have. Makes a huge difference. 3100 weapon damage, still 29.6k stamina, which isn't that great, but I really, with this setup, I just haven't really needed more stamina as of yet, and the 2200 stam recovery is definitely a plus. I was playing with a lot less than that for quite some time, but I'm now back up to 2200. My skills, do I have that set up? Oh yeah, and I'm sorry, actually, the food I'm using right now is the max health stam recovery. So I've been using that. That's the food I find best with this setup for me personally right now. You might find having max food different. People might even go max health, max stam. I mean, that's all personal preference to however you play, but I like my recovery a lot, and I need my recovery. As far as skills go, I mean, it's pretty simple. I'm using crit rush, and with my Maelstrom two-hand, it's doing a little bit extra damage over time there. Surprise attack, reverse slice, rally, fear, and incap. And my back bar, poison injection, stealth, shuffle, vigor, Relentless Focus, and Flawless Dawnbreaker for the extra little bit of damage. I may put Bat Swarm back on. I recently went back to being a vampire, so may put that back on. Probably won't, because it's just kind of unnecessary at this point in the game. I used to use that when I was a dual wield two-hand doing Steel Tornado and shit like that, but just not, that shit is not as effective anymore in this game. Champion points. My champion points set up. So yeah, 30 in the Warlord, reduced cost for stamina, 100 in the Stam recovery, 47 in the Magicka recovery. I could take some of that out of Magicka recovery and put more of it into reduced cost, but I love my Magicka recovery as well. 10 in the Shattering Blows for 5% extra damage against people with damage shields like swords, etc. 97 points in the Mighty, 70 in the Precise Strikes for the extra crit damage. 70 in the Hardy, 57 in the Elemental Defender. These switch depending on what I need more at the time. 50 in the Quick Recovery as well. And yeah, that's it for the champion point setup. Like I said, this build is a very, very high burst damage output when that poison does proc. I mean, I've seen people go from 100% health to 25% health. I've even one-shot comboed people with this build setup, so I mean, it literally sometimes only takes a poison injection to also proc the poison, which is also proccing Widowmaker and Viper, and at that point, I mean, it's a lot of fucking damage all at once. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I mean, right now the Mundus Stone I am using is the Serpent Stone, and that could be changed around too, depending on what you prefer, but I like the Serpent Stone because I just feel it's a lot more worth it than having the Warrior Stone, unless you're stacking literally everything in the weapon damage. But other than that, I've always been about the Serpent Stone a little bit more than the Warrior Stone. But yeah, that's it. If you look in the description, I'll have a video posted in there of some PvP action with this build setup. It's only 6 kills, but the only thing that sucks is it actually doesn't show the poison / Widowmaker / Viper proccing. That's just straight output of damage, but at least you can see what this build setup is actually doing. But that's it, guys. Should be putting up more videos soon, depending on if I make more PvP builds, but as of right now, this is probably what I'll be sticking with for a good little while. Thank you for watching.